You know that saying that reads, behind every great man is an extraordinary woman? And then somebody wrote, well, behind every great man is a woman who he stole his ideas from. So we're seeing that now, and I wanted to read to you this interesting tweet and the responses to this tweet. And the tweet says, 80% of single guys are no longer interested in dating. They're not even trying. And remember I said to you before that men, for the most part, they don't have an original thought in their body. When I started West 4B and it kind of took off on TikTok, it only took 10 minutes before men started making 5B, 16C, 14A. That's just men. They copy, they rebrand, they repurpose, and then they kind of put it out there as their own. So in response to this tweet, I want you all to just listen to what the men are saying. So this person wrote that 80% of single men are not dating. Of course they're not dating. They're not dating because women are no longer interested in dating them. It's not that they came to this conclusion on their own. No, if women were still laying down with their legs to the ceiling, men would still be where they would want to be. But right now, because 4B has kind of put it out there that what's the point of dating and you're not getting anything in return? But I just want to read to you some of the responses that these men wrote in response to this tweet. So listen to this. It says, one person wrote, focused on personal growth and priorities right now, which is good. Another person wrote, having peace of mind is more important than taking care of a broke individual who has no goals. I think he's talking about women. Right? The next person said, it was a quote from Dave Chappelle, chivalry is dead because women killed it. That's a Dave Chappelle quote. The other person wrote, men are tired of adopting entitled adults in the name of dating. You see what he said? Men are tired of adopting entitled adults. I think he's talking about you ladies. Another person wrote, 80% of us are really trying to get our shit together. Laughing my ass off. Another person said, the dating game is rigged. They want a man to depend on when they are broke, but when they have money, they want independence. Men are getting wise and saying two can play that game. Sure, another person said, yep, you are correct. Guys are no longer interested in dating broken girls. 3 times the effort for not even half the woman my grandfather had, hard passed. Western culture has ruined the sexual marketplace. Can you believe that? The sexual marketplace. 3 times the effort for not even getting half the woman my grandfather had. Of course, your grandfather had that type of woman. The woman that he had back then didn't have any rights. So another person wrote, female quality has gone down. It's not worth our time and money. Another person wrote, let's make that 95%. This person wrote, men, forget about girls if you're broke. Get your life in order first, hit the gym, make money, and build a strong network. A woman wrote this comment, this is what women ask for. They've been telling men for years, if you don't have your shit together, you shouldn't be trying to get with a woman. But now, you mad when they actually chase their goals and not you. I'm getting pick-me vibes from that tweet, but whatever, let's move on. With 80% of women chasing 1% of men, why would they bother? Another person wrote, I'll take my own ass out to sushi, then watch a movie I want to see, then sleep early. Thanks. That's what he wrote. Have you seen the options we have? Another man wrote, frankly, most women have become undateable. They want everything, are demanding, off-putting, and selfish. Just saying, relationships are partnerships. Now that women are upping their standard, men are no longer interested. But when it was the day and age of the slut walk and the dating app and the, let's sleep with you on the first date, men had no issues with dating. They had no issues. But now that women are raising their standards and they're saying, what? Well, no, I don't want to date you. I don't want to waste time. I'm not going to sleep with you on the first date. You're not going to try me out, waste my time, all so that you can pick another person after me. Women are wising up and men don't like that. Another man wrote, no man wants to date a woman whose body count reads like a World War memorial. There it is. There's the comment that I was looking for. The good old body count comment. Convince a bunch of women to lower their sexual standards, also that women can lower their sexual standards. Then fast forward and you're shaming them for doing what you kind of told them to do. This is it. That's the body count tweet that I was looking for. Another one says 80% of guys are considered too short, unattractive, boring, and not good enough. It doesn't matter if it's career, dating, passion, projects, etc. If someone fails at something over and over again, there's going to come a time they think, I guess this just isn't for me. So he seems kind of depressed. It sounds like if a product ain't selling, you don't blame the consumer, you improve the product. It also reads, if I want to play games, I'll load up 2K. Another person wrote, the married guys are ready to date. And we said that too. The most single man in social media is the married man. So the married men are dating. Married men are dating all over these streets. Their wives don't know it, but they're actually dating. When you go to these dating apps, I have friends who are on dating apps. They're on Hinge. They're on, I guess, Plenty of Fish. Some of them deleted their profiles. Some of them haven't, which is fine. But a lot of them say that, you know, the men that they do meet are married, but they claim that the marriage is on the rocks. They're in the process of a divorce. They're separated. They don't live together. But on paper, these are still married men. Some of them are actually living at home with their wives. It doesn't really stop them. Remember we spoke about married homes. You could have a married couple in a home and they're sleeping in separate bedrooms for years. They don't talk. Children are the ones who carry messages between them. But on the internet and on Facebook and on social media, it looks like, you know, the Brady Bunch. It's not true. Let's go back to the comments. It says, does anyone else not find it ironically funny that we've been told for years that women don't need men? Which you don't, I know this, but now you've got women complaining single men are keeping to themselves like previously requested. I don't think that's the case. I don't agree with that. I don't think women are complaining that single men are keeping to themselves. If anything, this is just a woman who read a statistic. It doesn't mean that she's complaining about it. If anything, this is a Bravo statistic. I think all men should keep themselves for a while or deal with other men. I don't know why men don't want to have community and counsel with other men. Stay with other men. Well, some of them do. And I think that that should be a thing. I don't think women are complaining that men are keeping to themselves. No, you should keep to yourself. Someone else wrote, because we don't want our time wasted. I literally just wasted time with someone that I've been talking to since the start of the year. And now I regret it. I prefer playing the field at this point and staying to myself because I don't want to put my heart and mind at risk of being, it says show more, at risk of being played or played with. This person says, is it the same 80% who are invisible to women? Another man, Jason, wrote, the juice is not worth the squeeze. Yeah, because you're not getting laid anymore on the first date. Women have upped their standards. So yeah, the juice is not worth the squeeze because you're not getting the return that you thought that you can get for buying someone a fucking hot dog. And men want a lot for that hot dog, right? So here you are with $10,000 worth of product on your face, $1,500 shoes, a whole outfit to get up, and he buys you a cheeseburger and he's complaining that you don't sleep with him after he brought you the cheeseburger. So this is why the juice isn't worth the squeeze, because he brought you the cheeseburger and you still didn't go home and sleep with him, right? This is the mentality of men. So I love this tweet. I love these responses from men because it just goes into what we talk about here and 4B. 80% of women are not worth the effort. Adopting a Gen Z in this economy is a hard task. I guess they're talking about dating 20-year-old women. That's what he said, adopting a Gen Z. Another person says, why pay for something which has been given for free? That's another one. Let's keep reading. Let's keep reading to see what it says. So let's continue to read. But I think this is victory. This is a win. If men are saying that they no longer want to date because you don't want to date, then that means what we're doing is actually on the right path. Because men are not going to do anything that you are not going to allow. And we said this before, men don't have original thoughts. They're group thinkers, they're pack-minded, they're going to do whatever someone says to do. They're going to run behind the leader, run behind the crowd. And if other powerful men are telling them, don't date, get your life in order, go to the gym, make some money, then that's what they're going to do. They're never going to self-develop though, but they will take instruction in regards to kind of how to navigate life, which is what Jordan Peterson spoke about before, and how women being agreeable. Women will just do what they have to do because they want to survive. Men, on the other hand, are more difficult to kind of deal with in regards to their mental makeup. They're going to resist every single time. So back to Twitter, it says, why try when she can't even cook? Another lady wrote, this is another lady, she wrote, honestly, I don't blame the men. Some men are suffering too much because of unnatural demands. I don't know what unnatural demands, but okay. The only problem is that family will always remind one they are getting old. That's another person. Someone else wrote, modern American ladies have expectations that 95% of men cannot meet. What did you expect? Most men are starting to look abroad for women with conservative and traditional values. This is how this person spelled traditional. Tritonal. Traditional values. Right? And this is the person who's going overseas to get a girlfriend. Yeah, good luck. And why should they? Dating has reached an all-time low ROI for men, right? Because this is what we're saying. Women are leaving dating apps. Women are not dating. There's no benefit in dating anymore. It's a waste of time because men look at the dating process as, pathways to sex. And I don't understand, because I've always said, well, the liberal feminist has always made sure that there's a sex worker on the block, right? There's always a prostitute on the block looking for a job. I'm not sure why more men don't partake in that activity, considering that there's some women who insist that this is an actual job, this is actual work. So why are men not willing to kind of take women who want to do that up on their offer? It's so weird how two people just want link forces when they're kind of made for each other. Link forces and do what you want. If you want to have sex on the first date, there are women out there who would kind of, entertain you with that idea. But the woman who's looking to settle down, it's not fair to her that you are thinking, well, I'm going to buy you, let's change up the meal, a beef patty, and I want in exchange for this beef patty for you to sleep with me, right? Or a slice of pizza. Women have that right now. Someone else said, this is a lie. The stat is not wrong. The stat is not correct. I'm sorry. Another person wrote, thank feminism and online dating for that. Someone said, laughing my ass off, women always think it's men. It's men who are the problem, while girls have so many mental problems. Someone else said, I'm going 3 years strong with my boyfriend. Wonderful for you. This is a longer post, and he wrote a lot, but 80% of women think cooking for a man is toxic. 50% can't cook. 90% of women have a body count in the double digits. Since we are throwing random start percentages out there, he had a lot, there's a lot of likes on his comment. Someone else said it's not worth it dating women anymore. 80% of single ladies want rich men with expensive cars and going out for dates and more food in the name of dating. We ain't even trying. We try to favor every single day as long as we breathe. It's better we just chew our money alone. Good for them. Another man wrote, we are tired. They are tired. And most men just want sex for penis sakes. Love is a scam in Nigeria. You can't be dating highway robbers. And this is the last one I think I'm going to read. I was just thinking about this. My understanding is that the more power women get, the more they become like men they hated. Men are born perfect and women suffer through biology. So a guy who suffers is traumatized beyond a woman who is mentally secure with her suffering. What? Let me read that again. Men are born perfect and women suffer through biology. So what is suffering through biology? Is he talking about like a menstrual cycle? What is he talking about, suffer through biology? So a guy who suffers is traumatized beyond a woman who is mentally secure with her suffering. You see, this is what happens when you listen and you read shit that men write. It doesn't make any fucking sense. No one is born perfect. You're born with your anatomy, you're born with their biological makeup, and that's it. Men have their own set of issues, women have their own set of issues. To say that one gender is more perfect than the other is just nonsense. And I can bet you money that this person is most likely a Christian or a Muslim, because only they talk like that and say stupid shit like that. It says also because in today's world, people get clowned for nowadays for trying, not saying it always happens, but the fact is generally anything today that's happening makes it harder for men who are in a relationship to actually find someone who searches with heart and not with body. I'm going to tell you, and this is going to happen, and I want you to write this down. In 10 minutes, like I always say, men are going to start professing their love for women. And I don't think they're going to start professing their love for women because they actually like women, but they are going to extend the olive branch, if you will, when it comes to this whole dating battle, gender war. And I don't believe that it's a gender war. There's no gender war. Women are the ones being, unalived and hurt. Men are the ones doing this hurting. 95% of all violent crimes, 98% of all violent crimes on a planet are committed by one gender. So I think men are gonna extend the olive branch. They're gonna try to kind of make amends with women. You're gonna see a lot more men talking about how much they love women. I even saw a TikTok the other day about this black man saying that he loves black women, and there's so many black men who love black women. When did that shit happen? That was never in the cards from what I read. From what I read, black men couldn't stand black women, and they were doing everything they can to kind of get away from them. Right now, all of a sudden, that has changed. And that's just weird to me. But this is what you're going to start to see, because this is how men think that they play chess. They're going to try to be nice to you so that you can take off the whole no dating, no sexting, even though they shamed you before for having a body count that they told you to kind of obtain back in the day so that you could date them. To be with the male is to be confused. It's to be confused, and you shouldn't be confused. Never be confused about anything that you can put your finger on in reality. Never be confused, because they bank on you and your confusion, because when you are confused, you don't make good decisions. It's easier for you to program when you are confused. So let me know what you think of this and how these men are not dating anymore. Get into the comment section, like, share, subscribe. Please visit west4bmovement.com. Also, sign the petition, the Not Our Crimes petition. My goal was 200 signatures. I don't know where I'm at now because I don't check it. It kind of makes me sad to check it, to see that people are not more interested in kind of getting this to the URC to kind of have crimes be accurately reported statistically. But I'll check it to see where we are. The goal for me was 200 signatures. I don't think I'm there yet. I haven't checked it in like a week, so I'll go back and check it. But yeah, thank you so much. Please like, share, subscribe. Thanks again.